It is Saturday morning, and I am in the office. A busy week coming up for our law firm, as always, in Pennsylvania, New Jersey. So here, just knocking out some work, just getting prepared for our clients and their families for that week. With that said, put out a blog article regarding 5 common charges that we see during protests and political events and other public gatherings. And the point of the blog wasn't to make a political statement, just simply to educate people on what could happen. I find it interesting that a lot of politicians are putting out information. Even some lawyers who actually practice criminal defense are actually putting information out. Well, what you should do if you're arrested. Not telling people, what could get them arrested and providing people information, just telling people, oh, call this number. I also find it interesting that a lot of these attorneys who practice criminal law aren't saying call them. They're giving some number for some legal service that they may have not even met the attorneys who are actually handling those cases, but they're confident enough to just give out information saying call this number and they can help you, not even probably knowing that that's actually true. Further, I find it interesting that the Philadelphia District Attorney's Office is, almost encouraging people to go, which was perfectly fine. Fine to exercise your constitutional rights, but this is the same office that frequently asks for bail of up to $1 million for any act of alleged violence, even misdemeanor offenses for people who have no criminal history. I can't tell you how many cases I've had in Philadelphia where I've had a person charged with something like a simple assault, and they've asked for extremely high bail, maybe not $1 million, but there are cases, plenty of cases, where they have asked for $1 million, where the person's accused of, say, an aggravated assault, but they have no prior criminal history. They have no flight risk, nothing whatsoever, and they're simply randomly asking for that. So I just find that a little bit disingenuous to tell people that and not to provide any further information about the bail process in Philadelphia or in Pennsylvania in general. So that's the point of the blog. I highlight in the blog some of the common crimes that we see, like harassment, terroristic threats, aggravated assaults, simple assaults. Remember that a unlawful touching or a injury to another is considered a simple assault, except if it's a person who's a special class, so police officer, firefighter, EMS, and soldiers too, who are just patrolling the streets or assisting. Now, again, that's a controversial topic, whether or not they should be there, but the law will protect them locally. So if you are going to these protests and you find yourself in a situation where you're being given an order, my advice is to follow it. Regardless of why you're there, you can still protest, exercise your rights, but don't create a legal situation for yourself, which could result in you sitting in jail. Again, it could be 10, 12, 15 hours. In the case of New Jersey, you could be held longer. The bail processes in Pennsylvania and New Jersey are very different. I highlight at the blog, which I'm going to link in here. But remember, in New Jersey, there's a cashless bail system, but there is a review process and possibly a motion to detain filed by the prosecutor's office. In places like Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, there is still cash bail, but again, you can have a DA's office who, again, is encouraging people to go to these rallies and then turns around and has his assistants ask for $1 million bail if you are arrested. So again, that's the process. If you have questions, 215-755-9000 Pennsylvania, 856-793-7429 in New Jersey, the website gambonelaw.com. As always, a tremendous resource for you and your family. All my books, my blogs, my videos are available there in one convenient format. I'm going to link in the blog articles that I wrote. I'm going to link in the e-update, which went out on Friday, yesterday, to over 4,000 of our current and former clients in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. So that's something that we provide to our clients and their families and our former clients at no cost. It's just some great information to have. Each and every Friday, we come out with that information. In addition, at this point, we have over 1,000 blogs on our website. We have hundreds of videos, plenty of content to educate you on your constitutional rights. Again, I am all for people exercising the constitutional rights, but do so in a respectful manner. If an officer or some type of person with authority in that protest that you're attending, if they're uniformed, you follow their orders. You can disagree with them, you can shout. But again, as long as it's not a terroristic threat of some sort or a threat or some type of thing that's going to get you in trouble, obviously do not put your hands on the officer. Simply follow the orders and you will be perfectly fine. Again, if you have questions, 215-755-9000 in Pennsylvania, 856-793-7429 in New Jersey, the website, gambonewall.com. Have a great Saturday. Please enjoy it responsibly. Tomorrow's Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers, including my own father and my brothers and my brothers-in-laws. So happy Father's Day. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you all very soon.